Okay, welcome, Rifa, my Life Between Life colleague. You live in Canada, I know. And I'm very, very happy to have this chance to have this talk with you, because the first time I saw your name was when I certified in the Michael Newton Institute. It was 2013, and I got a letter, a congratulation letter from the Institute, and I was so happy. And then your name will be forever imprinted in my forehead from that time on. And then we met on the Michael Newton Institute World Conference too. So please, Rifa, introduce yourself to start with, so we get to know you a little bit, right?
Right. And it's my pleasure to introduce myself and to be guest of your podcast. Thank you very much for inviting me. My name is Rifa Hodgson, and I'm originally from Moscow. I have been 40 years in Canada. And so Canada is the place where I live, work. So this is my home. With Michael Newton Institute, I was certified in 2005. So he started to do the trainings in 2002, I believe. So it was at the very beginning. Yes.
Yes, it's truly exciting for me so would you like to tell us how did it happen that you started the training altogether and found this training with Michael Newton?
Thank you for asking, because this is such an interesting story. I am a professionally trained music teacher, and this is what I have been doing all my life. Before, I think it was meant to be, and suddenly from every corner, I heard a story about past life regression because this was the first part. And I never heard anything about Michael Newton. It was at the beginning, and he was not as popular for me. I never read his books. And when you belong to the organization, past life regression organization, there was a letters, remember those? And it was a little 2 lines that Michael Newton will start his training and the date. And I am a newbie. I cannot even think of something else. So I slap my hand on that letter and said, that would be the next step. And then I look, and it was with such a conviction that I thought, my goodness, who is talking? So I believe that it was prearranged, like everything. And from that time, it was 4 years later, I took the training.
Yes. So you said you didn't know about him, because I have only read and heard that he became famous then because he worked almost isolated, or not isolated, of course, but not many people knew about him. But then he was on some TV shows in America, and all of a sudden people got to know him. So, but you didn't hear about him that way?
I was in a different world then. I was in a music world.
Yes, that's true.
It was a music, composers, teachers, conferences. It was not regression work.
No, that's amazing how destiny somehow, or how do you believe this occurs, that you all of a sudden, it wasn't all of a sudden maybe, but you were kind of led to, and now now you work and you but please tell me what you believe in, how this kind of occasions occur. Really, if you
I
yeah.
believe that everything is prearranged.
Mm.
And when I enter this life, so my guides knew that I have to reach a certain point and I will move to different profession.
Yeah.
Because as a piano teacher, I never thought that I will switch to different profession.
Ah,
Because
so
in Russia, you
Mm.
start and you excel and get
Mm.
better in the same
Mm.
profession.
Aha, okay. Was that how you were brought up, so to speak,
Yes,
to, yes, right.
yes.
So, and then when you took the training, how was it then for you? Was it Michael Newton who was a teacher? Because I talked with Dorothea, our colleague in Germany, as you know,
Mhm.
the other day, and she said that Michael was not the main teacher then, but you started before Dorothea, as I understand. And
Mhm.
so was he the teacher there in the training for you?
No, Michael Newton has a medical condition that time. He could not attend
I
the
see.
training. It was planned, but he could not attend it. So all the training was, as I believe, it was recorded. And from his home, he watched and analyzed because he's very analytical. Man, he watched every moment of the training. I met him in 2007. I was a training assistant. Then when Dorsey, I believe, had her training. So
Yes,
he
in
was already
Chicago.
there.
Was it
Yeah,
Chicago? Yes.
yes. And so that where I met him.
Yeah, would you like to share with us a little bit? I think many of my the people who read his books, I mean, they sell so well here in Sweden still to this day, and people are just blown away by the books. So would you like to tell us a little bit more what you remember from meeting him, if in case you would like to?
Absolutely. Michael Newton was he was involved, very heavily involved. This is his baby. This is his training. He has very dry humor and a lot of knowledge. A lot of knowledge.
Yes.
So it was wonderful because when he talked, we had a group, on some social group, but it was a group, and he very often put the comment, start the discussion. And you could see, because I still have some of this correspondence saved, and it was incredible how people open up. He has a memory. He would say on a page 133 in the book, I mentioned, and it would be some paragraph to bring the point to the group. It was great.
Yes, because maybe not everyone who listened to us here have read the books by Dr. Michael Newton, but they're called Journey of Souls and Destiny of Souls. And then he wrote a third book about the therapy, well, the method in such, called Life Between Life Hypnotherapy for Spiritual Regression. And it's so transparent, everything in a way. And he was not, as I understand, like a guru or anything like that, but just I've heard so many wonderful things about him. And he was born in 1931 and died 2016. And I've heard that he was ill also, and that was when you were supposed to be trained by him, but you had the training. And then how has it been for you over the years? Because you've been doing quite a lot of sessions, I can imagine.
Yes, and
Yes.
it was, in a way, it is such a blessing for me, because the blessing that people trust you, because this is a sacred work. It's a blessing people trust you, and I am speaking both languages.
Yes, please tell me you speak Russian and English, because there are people from many people who have, in the Institute. Of course, you know this, Rifa, but I'm telling the listeners that we have, there is on newtoninstitute.org, find a facilitator, and there you can search for a certain language. And I know you've been working in Russian language all these years. So if there's someone listening here who would like to do a session and you do online sessions, Rifa, right? So
yes, since we are officially allowed to do the sessions online, and it happened in 2020. I know exactly when it happened, in 2020. So I start to do live between live sessions online, and I become a very, very enthusiastic about these online sessions, because sessions are very, very intense.
Yeah, that's right. I agree. And we had this course at the internet course, because when COVID hit so hard, everybody, it was wonderful to be able to I had more clients than ever during that time, because so many people were of course in need of support and such things. But then also to carry on now, which is a great possibility for everyone, including us, of course, to do sessions with people all over the world like this, depending on language and personal chemistry and all that.
Yes, absolutely. And convenience, you're not spending money on the travel and hotel and everything.
No, that's right. And to stay, for the client to be in their bed and sofa. I usually joke with the clients to say, I think I am the person who have seen most people's bedrooms, because I see them lying in their bed. And that's wonderful. Yeah. So what is, have you seen lately any kind of trends, or I don't know how to call it trend, but do you have sessions? Is there a certain topic that people want to bring to their session these days lately, you think?
Yes, absolutely. Before, it was something wrong and why it's happened. That was the main concern before. So why I did not, why I could not. Now, first, the age is getting younger. The people who contact for the session, it's much younger people. And they put, I want to know what I came for, what is my purpose, and I don't want to waste my life.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yes, it's beautiful. Yes. How wonderful, Rifa. That's, it warms my heart to know. And And also these younger clients that I meet, to me, everyone's younger these days, growing older myself, but they are so open, spiritually open, but sometimes a little lost because they have so many talents and could do really many things, and maybe heard that you are meant for something big or something, but they maybe struggle with the daily life sometimes because they don't know really what to put their energy on. And a session like this can really be helpful.
Very powerful.
Yes, very powerful. So, Rifa, is there anything you would like to tell the listeners before we end this nice conversation this time?
I want to thank you for doing this work, Rita, because we all doing the sessions, the work, the spiritual hypnotherapy work we do. But you are taking another role to educate, and this is wonderful. And I am very, very excited to be here. And I want to do it too.
Yes.
So you started a trend.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And I heard also from other colleagues that it's like a window to the world, because we work with one client at a time, and that's a wonderful, wonderful thing, as you said. But so many people have read the books by Dr. Michael Newton, and they maybe want to see our faces and to show us to the world.
Exactly. Yes. And ask the questions. And the more you hear about it, the more it's become normal.
That's true. That's true. And here there's a great trend here in Sweden for people to find their inner compass and to get in touch with their soul. So it's good news for the world, I believe. It's a wonderful thing. So thank you, Rifa, and yeah, I'm very happy that we did this talk tonight.
So do I.
Yes.
So do
bye
I.
to you and to all the listeners. Bye.
Thank you.